Once upon a time in the peaceful community of Aye, there lived a young girl named Asake. Asake was bright, talented, and loved by everyone around her. However, she had one flaw that overshadowed all her good qualities. She had a terrible temper. A very bad temper. Her outbursts were frequent and fierce, often leaving those around her feeling hurt and upset. As Ashake's wise father Mr. Savage watched his beloved daughter struggle with her anger, his heart ached to see her suffer the consequences of her uncontrolled temper. Mr. Savage had tried talking to Asake about her anger many times. He explained the importance of patience, the value of calmness, and the power of forgiveness. But words alone did not seem to reach Asake. She would promise to control her temper, only to lose it again at the slightest provocation. Good people. Have you subscribed yet? Kindly consider doing so and remember to press the notification icon too. It's free. Thank you. Let's continue with this beautiful story. One day, Mr. Savage decided to try a different approach. He handed Asake a sack of nails and a hammer and led her to the wooden fence that surrounded their garden. Asake, he said gently, every time you feel angry, I want you to come here and hammer a nail into this fence. Nail as many as you need until your anger subsides. Asake, consumed by anger that day, took his words to heart. With the hammer clutched tightly in her hand, she began to pound nails into the wood with furious intensity. Each hammer blow was an outlet for her fury. The sound echoed through the stillness of the neighborhood. Each strike was a testament to her rage. And so in the quiet, serene neighborhood where Asake lived, the peaceful atmosphere was abruptly interrupted by a cacophony of hammering. The neighbors, accustomed to the usual quiet, could hear the relentless pounding. It drew their curiosity and concern, as the constant noise was unlike anything they had experienced before in their tranquil surroundings. By the end of the day, the once pristine fence was riddled with 37 nails. 37. Each one marking a moment of lost temper. Oh no! What have I done? Asake sighed. But her remorse only lasted for the moment. The next day, although the number of nails was slightly fewer, it was still a considerable number. Enough to disturb the neighborhood yet again. As days turned into weeks, the number of nails gradually decreased because they were now in the fence. She also found that it was easier to hold her temper than to hammer the few remaining nails into the fence. Finally, the day came when Asake didn't need to hammer any nails into the fence. And she proudly told her father the good news. Mr. Savage smiled as he concentrated on flying his drone while responding. That's wonderful, my dear Asake. Now, for every day that you manage to hold your temper, I want you to go back to the fence and remove one nail. Asake found this task much easier, and over the next few weeks, she began pulling out the nails, one by one. As she did, she started to realize how much damage her anger had caused. The once beautiful fence was now thoroughly riddled with holes. The sight of it made her reflect on the impact her outbursts had on those around her. When all the nails were finally removed, Mr. Savage took Asake by the hand and led her to the fence once more. Look at the fence, dear daughter, he said. You have done well to remove the nails, but the holes remain. The fence will never be the same. When you say things in anger, they leave a scar just like these holes. And no matter how many times you say you're sorry, the wounds will still be there. Asake felt tears welling up in her eyes as she looked at the damaged fence, now peppered with holes. Seriously peppered with holes. It stood as a silent witness and physical manifestation of her anger and her father's lesson. She understood the importance of the lesson her father was teaching her. She realized that her words and actions, driven by anger, had caused lasting pain and damage to those she loved. From that day on, Asake made a conscious effort to control her temper. She practiced patience, took deep breaths when she felt anger rising, and found constructive ways to express her feelings. Her transformation did not go unnoticed. Her friends and family began to see the changes in her behavior. She became more compassionate, more understanding, and a better listener. The holes in the fence remained, but they served as a powerful reminder of the importance of managing her emotions. Years later, when Asake had children of her own, she passed down the lessons she had learned from her wise father. She taught them that while anger is a natural human emotion, it should never be misused. She shared the story of the fence, the nails, and the lasting holes, hoping they would understand the consequences of uncontrolled anger. This story is a reminder to everyone that while we cannot always control what happens to us, we can control how we react. By choosing patience and understanding over anger, we can prevent unnecessary harm and build stronger, more loving relationships with those around us. It's important. The African Tales Stories and Fables Blooper Story. Control that anger. For it is more often than not, more distressing to us, than who or whatever provokes it.
Enjoy so many more short and entertaining African tales, stories, and fables by watching the videos displayed on the screen. Thank you, and see you there.